earlier this morning, we just had a sweet Bible study where we were looking in the Gospel of Mark and how Jesus wants to change us. And this morning, I was able to have a really significant talk with one of the guys who I think all the pieces of that puzzle finally came together for him. So it's been fun, I think, for them as well to just see Scripture as this book of huge adventures with an unbelievably sovereign and holy God who wants to be their friend. And I cannot think of any better spiritual growth than that.
So we have our last challenge today, and we're all getting pretty excited, as you can tell. We're just kind of chilling right now, napping, getting ready for it. I have best luck to all the guys. I'm sure the best of us will move on and see what happens. We're just kind of leaving it out there in the challenge, seeing who wins immunity, and that's the only person that's really guaranteed to move on right now. So good luck to all the guys, and let's go get it done.
Come on in, guys. Welcome to your last challenge. It's called House of Cards. Each of you will have 40 cards to stack to the top of your pole. Your House of Cards may not touch the pole, and if it falls over, you can start again. First one to complete their House of Cards will win immunity, and this, an advantage in the game. We'll pick spots and we'll get started. Alright, on your mark, get set, go!
He's surely alive, he's living on the inside, roaring like a lion, my God's not dead. He's surely alive, he's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. He's roaring, roaring, he's roaring like a lion.
Methods I see. Grants look sturdy, using cards quickly. And Alex has to start over. Rick's starting to figure it out. Richard going slow and steady, taking the lead. Grant is now making a run. Grant's very close, and he loses his whole stack. Rick, very close. 2, 3, 4, 5, and Rick wins immunity and reward.
He's roaring like a lion.
If you want to be a camper on Endure in summer 2015, sign up at Shamineau.org.
Welcome, guys. Second to last tribal. There's only one more after this. We're getting close to the end of the game. It's been a hard journey. You guys have made it this far. Very impressive. But we're going to get right to it. Time to vote. Rick won the last immunity challenge, so any votes casted for him will not count. If you'd like to play the immunity necklace, now's the time to do so. If anyone would like to play coins, now's the time to do so. Alex played 5 coins. Richard played 5 coins. I'll read the votes.
Grant with 3, Rick with 2 points. Alex with 1, Alex with 2, Rick with 1. Richard with 3, Grant with 2, Alex with 1. Grant with 3, and Richard with 2.
Alex, it's time to go. Bring me your torch.
See you, Alex.
Yeah.
Nice game, man.
All right, guys, head back to camp.
He's roaring like a lion.
Three guys that are still left. Grant, Richard, and Rick or Ricky. Great guys.
Love them to death.
Yeah, they're really great. I'd be fine with any of them winning.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. I'd take any one of them as a son. I'm serious. They're great, great kids.
It's nerve-wracking just waiting for someone to come and tell you to come and we'll see if you win or not.
I think all 3 of us have equally as good of a shot. I mean, there's a lot of wild card votes, so I'm not going to say necessarily which one of us has the best shot. I think it's pretty equal. I don't think one of us can say that we can win or lose it necessarily.
It's going to be close, but I believe that Grant will most likely win it, just because of all the people on his tribe. Most of them volunteered to get off, and on my tribe and Rick's tribe, we had to secretly vote each other out, which causes some trust issues, and you know, it isn't the best if you want to try and win something like this. So I think Grant has probably the best chance at winning at this point.
I think the biggest thing this week that I've learned about myself is that I'm a lot mentally tougher than I thought I was. I mean, I'm a cross-country runner and track runner, so I mean, I knew I was pretty tough. But coming out here and doing it on this scale was a whole lot different than running a race. It's the same kind of mindset, but I think I proved to myself that I'm a lot mentally tougher than I initially thought. And God has definitely proven to me that He will always provide, not necessarily food, but He will always provide you with whatever you need. So I mean, that's awesome, and I learned a lot about everybody that was here. Made a lot of great friends, so in the end it was a good thing.
He's roaring like a lion.
If you want to be a camper on Endure in summer 2015, sign up at Shamineau.org. Welcome, guys. Your final tribal. You made it. Now the power shifts to the jury and the coaches to decide the winner. First, the 3 finalists will have a chance to address the jury. Rick, you can go first.
I believe that I worked really hard to get here, even though I probably made fun of you guys or had a huge part in getting you guys off. Sorry about that, but it happened. I just think that I worked really hard and that I earned the money. So.
All right, Richard.
I came here mainly to have fun and just to see if I could actually get somewhere up here. I would have been more than happy to get kicked out. I believe that I've been a strong competitor this whole time through. I felt like I've kept camp spirits up, even if some people are dealing with difficult times, even at home. I'm planning to invest in my own car insurance because my parents want me to pay for at least half, and hopefully be able to drive up here next summer for a job and give back to Camp Shamineau.
And Grant, go ahead.
I think I worked hard the entire time here. I stayed honest with you guys. If I told you guys I was going to do something, or if you asked me something, I was honest with you. I worked hard to stay in the game. I worked hard for my tribe, every challenge. I feel like my tribe worked hard, too. I'm proud of everybody that I was with. Happy I had to meet all you guys. I came here hoping to see that if I was mentally strong enough, and if I was mentally strong as I thought I was. And I think I proved myself I was. But I just want to thank you guys for making this as great an opportunity as it was.
At this time, each of the jury members can ask the three finalists a question.
Rick, I really like how you tried hard a lot.
Richard has tried to get lights too. Did good.
Congratulations, guys. Good job, Rick. You really tried hard the challenges for us in the beginning, and it was awesome. Richard, I have a question for you. When voting me out, I just want to know, what was the reason for voting me out?
Around camp, you knew that you were a strong competitor. You were counted as a threat to quite a few of us in our tribe. We also noticed that you weren't doing a whole lot around camp. I mean, you would go out and get firewood, which is a big deal, but it's our main reason.
And Grant, good job, man. Just meeting you from the start, I knew you were going to go far, man.
Good job. Appreciate it.
Okay, I think you guys have been asked a question before, but I just want to know, to you guys, what does it mean to be a Christian? So we'll start with Rick.
It means a lot of different things. Like, be faithful and help others, care about them more than you care about yourself, or do stuff for them instead of always just worrying about yourself.
I think it means not just spreading the word of God and what you personally think and what questions you have to other Christians, but to also go out there and find people who aren't Christians and just talk to them about God and try to see if there's any connection in their life that you've had where God has helped you out, and maybe they'll start to turn towards Christianity. Another thing is you just have to be faithful in God.
I think it means trying your hardest to follow God and trying your absolute hardest in every circumstance to live a good life and follow the Lord as close as you can. And yeah.
What was your reason? Why did you do what you did to get where you are right now? Grant.
Like I said, I want to test myself. That's my biggest thing in life. To the guys that don't know it, I think most people do. I'm going military, going to high school special forces. So, for me, I love to be able to see how far I can push myself and see if I'm mentally strong enough, and if I'm not, how can I build up to be mentally stronger than I am. So that's why I did this. That's why I did the things I did to keep in this game, just to keep pushing myself mentally and keep seeing how far I can go.
Richard.
When I first saw the video online, I thought, it would be a fun challenge to do. I've always wanted to try to see if I could just survive out here as well. I thought it would be a fun experience just to be able to live out here and get to know everyone else who's with us.
For past 2 years or something like that, my family's been talking about, oh, let's just go hide away out in the woods with a knife and a backpack or something like that, just for a weekend. I just thought it would be fun to hang out with them, and it'd just be a neat experience to see what you can do and how far you can push yourself before you give up and go home. And I just thought it would be a really neat experience to come out here and meet new people.
Good job, guys. What was the biggest thing you learned this week?
The biggest thing I learned this week was definitely that God always provides. You know, if you're having a hard time, God will provide. I said it before, I said it in an interview, but it's truly the thing that I've learned. He will always provide. You know, if you're having a bad day, He will pick you up. If you're struggling for food, He will provide. I mean, in our camp with the fish, that happened. You know, I mean, we were about to give up, and then we caught a fish. You know, and that was our food for the night. So no matter what, in every situation, God will provide.
The biggest thing that I'm going to take away from this is to see how to try to put yourself behind others and try to help them first before you help yourself. When Rick won the challenge to go to Herb's house and have a nice meal, I didn't really care for sirloin, so I wanted somebody else to be able to go to his house, take a nice shower, and enjoy that, instead of me just eating it because it's food. I think that's one of the biggest things that we should take away, how to treat others better than yourself, even if they might not be.
I just learned tons of new stuff. That God's always there for us, and that He will provide.
Thanks, guys. Hi, Grant.
Hi.
I just want to say congratulations, guys.
You guys all worked really hard for this. But Grant, I have a question for you.
What's up?
That medallion, though. You said you hadn't lied about anything, and people have asked you if you had it.
Yep.
And you said no.
This was one that I just found. Actually, we got another clue about another one that was back by the swamp. You can ask these guys. It was a different one that was found at a separate time, not one that I was at our camp.
Okay.
So nope, I didn't lie about that. It was a separate one that I found at a different time.
So I don't exactly have any questions, but are you guys happy you made it this far? And you guys have said that?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
It would have been okay if I went out earlier. Like, I was supposed to go out apparently 2 times before this, but somehow I stayed in, so it would have been okay if other people made it.
And I have one other one. Do you think that you've learned more from this than just doing like a regular island camp?
Yes.
For sure. There's almost too much to take away from it.
It's hard to get it all in. Learned a lot.
These are all really good questions. Okay. If the winner could be anybody from here, solely based upon how much the demonstrated fruits of the Spirit, who do you think would win? And you don't have to say anyone else. You could say yourself if you wanted to. Just be honest. Anyone can go first.
I would say Richard deserves it. It's based off the character and himself that he's shown.
I'd say that Grant really deserves it because every challenge that we've been at, he's always made an effort to actually like come over to our group and give us a handshake and say well done or good job, and he always congratulated us and never really had a bad bone.
I'd also go along with Grant. He is, every time if he's lost a challenge or if we've lost, it doesn't really matter. He'll come over and give us a hug or shake our hand and with a huge smile on his face and say good job.
I'm going to open up Jay's a little. If you look at the jury over here, which of them, if you had to go solely based on who's got the most servant's heart, who's got the biggest servant's heart, or who displays the fruits of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, which of them would have won if we'd done it just on that?
I'm going to go with Alex. He shows everything that you just said.
In every situation, he was always positive, and he was always in our camp. He was always willing to work and always willing to give up his stuff. So that was.
How on earth are you going to explain this past week to your family and friends? How are you going to describe it when they say, was your camp out fun?
It wasn't just fun. It was, you learn tons of new things about people, about nature, about just everything.
I describe it as fun and awesome because you have taught us so many things around camp, even with just knots. The slip knot that you've showed us with the tarps to save extra string, that's really helpful, and there's a lot to take from it. You've taught us a lot, and I want to thank you for that.
I'd say I loved every minute of it. You know, I love, like I said before, I love challenging myself. So, I mean, I love that. It was also fun, I'm not gonna lie. There were a lot of fun moments out there, and it was really challenging, so.
All right, great questions. Looks like you guys had a lot to think about. Jury, coaches, it's time to vote.
He's roaring like a lion.
Grant, 3 points. Richard has 2 points. And Rick has 1 point. Grant has 3 points. Richard has 2 points. And Rick has 1 point. Richard has 3 points. Grant has 2 points. Richard has 3 points. Grant has 2 points. Grant has 3 points. Richard has 2 points. And Richard has 3 points. Rick, 2 points. What the coaches did is put one name down each, and each of their votes is worth 3. The reason they put their names down is because they think they most demonstrated the fruits of the Spirit this week. And both of them put down Richard. Richard, congratulations. You're the first winner of Endure. Winner of $1,000. Well done.